Hi, my name is Gideon EJ, and this is my project, the Serverless Story, which is a smart analytics platform for Riot games. As gamers, we are flooded with data from our matches. That's the KDA, the gold, the creep scores, among others. But these raw numbers don't always tell us how to improve our gameplay. The real question is, can we turn this data into personalized, actionable advice? With the Serverless Story web application, the answer is yes. Now let's see how exactly the Serverless Story web application works. I'm going to search for a player's Serverless name using their route ID, and then also we get to choose the region in which they play the game. Alright, so we have Justice Vane, who plays at the North American region. Now the moment I hit generate, the application springs to life. It makes a secure call to our API gateway, which triggers an AWS Lambda function. This function fetches raw data from the route games API. Now the system immediately starts fetching your latest match history from the Riot Games API up to 100 recent matches. However, the Riot API has its own strict rate limiting up to 20 matches. So in the background, it's processing this data through multiple stages to create your personalized year in review. So as you can see, it is still processing the data in the background. And here we are. We can see the standard match overview, giving a story about the summoner. So as the summoner, it gives a story on when you joined the Riot games, among others. So here we can see the total games that is being restricted to the total matches, that is 20. We have the Serverless win rates, we have his average KDA, we have his consistency, how often he has been playing the games, and here we have highlights on his recent gameplay. Now, so we have the statistics, which shows the gameplay, his wins, his total kills, his losses. We have his chart. So with the chart, you get to see the win rate and the loss rate, as well as the performance rate. Now we have the achievements, among others. We have his achievements, his fun facts, his recommendation for next season, the kind of championship games he should be playing, and then we have his general insight, the AI insight, the kind of championship that is best for this summoner based on his recent games play. Now the most fun fact aspect, which is the AI. So what it really does here is you get to interact with the AI. You can ask some questions about your gameplay, and then the AI generates answers or response for you. So the last part, that is the ask AI, where you get to interact with the AI, get to know, ask questions, and then they give you generative responses based on the insight that has been generated or your processed data. So here we are going to ask the AI, how was my performance in the last 5 matches? And we can see the AI is thinking. So yeah, so it gave a response, say performance is constantly fair. We have the KDAs among others. So let's see, let's ask another question. How best can I improve on my gameplay? Yeah, and it gives a recommendation on how you can excel in your next game play. So the question is, how is these all possible in a way that's secure and scalable? All right, so the application is built on a modern event-driven architecture in AWS. Now the front end talks to an Amazon API gateway, which routes a series of Lambda functions for fetching the data, processing, and also generating insights based on the processed data. The data is being stored in S3, and then the raw data is being stored in S3, and then the processed data is being stored in DynamoDB for speed and reliability with regards to making calls to the Amazon Bedrock, which is our AI engine. And the best part, the entire infrastructure is deployed automatically. So we have our GitHub actions for continuous integration and continuous deployment pipeline. We have the Terraform, which basically helps in provisioning and making other changes to our infrastructure. We have the IAM OIDC, which is best practice in with respect to not hard coding static keys that will be stored in the repository. And by combining a serverless back end and with the power of generative AI, we've created a tool that doesn't just show you what you did, but then it also acts as a personal coach, helping you to understand how to play the games better. My name is Gideon AJ, and thank you for watching.